PipSnipers here, back for another update. Let's take a look at Cake Token today. Now, I did say that we were within a distribution structure. I even gave the post there on my Twitter saying that this was our wave 5 and we're likely to see an ABC correction down. This was the post I gave to my members on March 21st, saying that this over here was a B wave at $2.80. Price is currently sitting at $2.13, which is about over a 20% decline, so it is looking pretty good. This is our 5-wave move to the downside within our C wave, right? Don't forget that this is your A wave, which is a 3-wave move down. Your B wave has a 3-wave move up, and then your C wave will have a 5-wave move down in it. It doesn't look like this wave 5 is finished quite yet. I do think that we're going to come down to around $1.94. We're going to hit this monthly open at $2 and then wick to $1.94. In this scenario where we lose $1.94, it's likely going to come down to the 702 at $1.81. Okay, taking a trend-based fib to this to find our wave 5 target, we can see the 100% fib is right there at $1.94, $1.95 region, and the 1.236 is at the same level, $1.81, $1.82 level. Okay, in my experience, what I've noticed is that, in my experience and from what I've seen in the markets, because crypto is such a highly over-leveraged asset class, you're going to see C waves extend. For example, Bitcoin C wave extended to the 1.618. You guys can check out my last video. I showed you that. So I expect this C wave to extend to the 1.236. Okay, so that would be sitting at around $1.82. So the first two major point of interest for a cake at the moment would be $1.94 and $1.82. From these two levels is where I would be expecting this subwave 2 of 3 to bottom out at. Because don't forget, I still think that we're going to have a wave 3 of 3 to the upside. This was your wave 1 on cake. This was your ABC correction down to the 78.6% fib. You see how we came down to the 786 there? I'll show you guys. We came down perfectly to the 786 here. So that was our wave 2. Right? Now we're within our wave 3 to the upside. Within our larger wave 3 to the upside, this looks to be a subwave 1 of 3. We're coming down to finish our subwave 2 of 3 before we have our subwave 3 of 3, 4 of 3, 5 of 3, and so forth. Okay. Now when it comes to the targets, it's still the same. We still would be targeting the $10 to $12 region, considering that is the 61.8% fib. When we take a fib from our all-time high down to our all-time low, take a look at where the 618 is. Right there at 10 bucks. Okay. If you look at the linear scale and look at the 23.6% fib, you guys can see that it's right there at $10 as well. Okay. Now there is a possibility that we find some resistance at 676. So let's say this is our wave 1, this is our wave 2, and now we're working on our third wave to the upside. Our third wave may top out here at 676, see a decline for your wave 4 to backtest the top of this accumulation range, and then continue up for a wave 5 headed towards 10 to 12 bucks. And then once you hit 10 to 12 bucks, it's likely we come down again to backtest this accumulation range high and then continue up from there. It would kind of be like an A, a B, and a C wave correction. You can look at it like that, or you can just look at it like this is a wave 5 and then we're coming down for an A, B, C, right? Looking at the market cap chart of cake, we can clearly see that it's within ascending accumulation. As you guys can see, the Cake USD chart made a new low on, I'll show you guys, Cake USD D chart made a new low on February 2nd. However, on the market cap chart, we never made a new low. We've actually just been making higher lows ever since the low that was set on September 2023. Do you guys see this? We've just been making higher lows. And this is ascending accumulation. Okay, target would be sitting at the 70.2 to 78.6% fib. Right over here. Okay, it's 2.69 billion and 3.6 billion. These two levels right here. So this is going to bottom out, and then it's going to grind its way up to the 786, which is it's $11 to $12. That's what 3.6 billion translates to. Okay, and then we're going to see likely a back test, and then continuation higher. Okay, so that's Cake for you guys today. Major point of interest would be at $1.94 to $1.80. In the case where we lose $1.80, we would have to reassess the wave count and the analysis. But so far, this still remains to be a wave 2 correction. Okay. So we have this 4-hour fair value gap right over here. And then this 618 on the logarithmic scale is at $1.82, $1.83 region. Value area low sitting at around $1.91, which would be the 50% fib right over here. You guys see that? And fifth wave trend base fib target sitting at the same place. So taking a look at the 1.236 and 100% the 1.382. The 100 to 138.2% extension. So same region. You see there's a lot of confluence around this level. And then you also have our monthly open here. You see your monthly open is right there at $1.98. So I think we're going to wick into this region. Now, something I've noticed in crypto is that you usually, like when it comes to altcoins, you usually never bottom out at the 50% fib. You may see a short-term bottom, but from what I've seen is we tend to bottom out at the fibs below the 50% fib, like the 618, 702, 786. So this is what I see on Cake. If Bitcoin can continue lower towards our target, as I'm making this video, Bitcoin is treading lower towards the 61.8% fib at 81K. If we can get to around this level, then I don't see a reason why Cake wouldn't be able to tap into our point of interest here. Taking a look at the 4-hour time frame, we'll actually zoom into the hourly. You guys see how we're below all of these exponential moving averages? So we are trending down right now. We're below all of these. So we'll go to the 10-minute. See the 10-minute? How we're curling down and then using these EMAs as resistance. And then you can also take a look at this indicator. It's called Keltner channels with signals. Really cool indicator. You can just track momentum with it. You guys can see we're below this band right now. We're below the lower band, and the band is red. So right now we're still trending down. even on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the cake video. Very bullish on cake. I will be publicly posting my buys once we get into this region, and I'll have another update to go along with it. In the next video, I will be making a pulse chain video, so stay tuned for that. Peace out and take it easy. I'll see you guys in the next one.